Okay. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. This is an AI voice. That is because currently, I am dealing with some health issues that make talking for an extended period of time difficult. It's not a problem mostly because I have videos scheduled through the end of April, but it does make it hard to do spur-of-the-moment videos. And I wanted to make one for Final Boss Drole and Gloxinia. So please, bear with me. Or really, bear with, gee, who is my voice for this? I love this boss. Or rather, I love it when these bosses make you try out different unique character combinations. I was telling Ro the other day that some characters don't matter until they matter, and this is what I meant by that. Before you do anything else for the final boss, go to the Grace of the Angel screen. You will want to unlock level 4. Then, unlock these 2 nodes. This will make your life that much easier. The teams that people are using for big points involve either Red King or Red Roxy. One is a character you wouldn't have had reason to build, while the other hasn't been around much lately due to being old, and also, you wouldn't have had any reason to build her either. Technically, King is more accessible and apparently gets more points. But Roxy can remove buffs and hit hard. I personally used Roxy because I have her relic on my main account, getting me in the top 2%, which is good enough for me. But obviously, some of the high-scoring teams use King. There are plenty of guides online about scoring super optimal points. Here, we are going to talk about options if you do not feel like building out these characters. All of this footage is from my stream account. Here are some alternate characters you can try to clear challenge if you want decent points, meaning know the one ultimate. Reinhard. Reinhard don't care. Reinhard don't give a rat's ass. Drole is going to taunt? Eat shit, Drole. We don't care. Die. Put Arthur in there for extra hilarity. Kazuna continues to buff. The only downside is your CC, but this is why CC food exists. Use artifact cards to boost your CC as well. Goddess team. Don't use demons on this boss, by the way. They don't work. But goddesses do work. Use Red Tarmiel and Red Sariel. The third slot can be either Light Elizabeth or Blue Festival Ludochel. There are pros and cons to them. Ludo has a cleanse card, but also has an attribute disadvantage to this boss. It depends on how you feel. I put Ragnarok Ban on the backline. He's a selectable unit in the free banner, so get him if you haven't already. Sariel and Tarmiel are actually your real powerhouses here. Sariel's Power Strike card does more damage against enemies with increased resistance, so Drole only makes him stronger. Watch magic happen. Unknown team. This feels like cheating because this account has Nanashi's relic and I run the unknown team in PvP on it for funsies, but it's my video, so who cares? This team is just an all-out assault. The bosses are immune to some status effects, but Festival Merlin's debuffs should still stack. Nanashi on the back is doing the real work keeping the team alive. The downside to this team is that it requires at least 1 collab character, 2 if you pulled Philo in the Shield Hero collab, and having Nanashi's relic. But it is still a fun time. The Power Strike duo. This one runs into the attribute problem that Ludo had. But Festival King is a beast and you can use all those buffs on the enemy to your advantage. Diane is here to quite literally protect the king. You could sub in Sariel somewhere instead, but I used him as an association on Brunhild to make her slap harder. Any taunt unit can sub in for Diane, but she is obviously the best for general control of the match. Systematically dismantle these fools with them. Have King's ultimate going into phase 2. Use a King card if you can, then use King's ultimate to increase damage. Then, use whatever other ultimates you may have. If possible, finish off the boss with Brunhild to boost your points even more. This landed my stream account in the top 15%, which is more than enough for a little baby account like that. Hopefully, this helps somewhat. And hopefully, I will be able to actually record the next script I write.